Hey guys, my name is Fire and welcome back to another video. Now in my opinion, I would say maps are probably the most important part to any multiplayer first person shooter. When it comes to actually playing the game, maps are extremely important. They're extremely important to the gameplay, to the balance of the gameplay. Really, they make the entire game, at least in my opinion. Now, when it comes to weapon balance and different things, they're also very important factors to a first-person shooter, but I think maps really takes the cake, especially for me, as someone who's a big fan of aesthetically pleasing things and really likes colorful maps and bright, vibrant colors in their game. If you've got a map that's nice, bright, vibrant, and colorful, I'm probably going to want to play it more, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I kind of want to talk about what I like to see in maps, what I think makes a good map in a first-person shooter. Of course, when we're talking about video games, maps are very different in very different types of genres, such as open-world games, RPGs, and like MOBAs or whatever you're talking about. Maps are pretty much in every single game, but they work very differently in every single game, so I'm going to be talking about them here, specifically to do with first-person shooters, mainly to do with Call of Duty and Battlefield. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, as I said, I'm a big fan of aesthetically pleasing things, and when a map looks bright, colourful and good in my opinion, I think they are I'm more likely to want to play the game or want to play that map, generally just because I like things to just look bright, vibrant and colourful. I don't know, them types of colours and aesthetics just kind of attract me more to a specific game. Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2 and a lot of different Call of Duty games, or some other Call of Duty games have done this. Black Ops 2 in my opinion is one of the greatest CODs for maps. I love every single fucking map in that game. Pretty much, there is a couple of maps, like there's a skyscraper building collapse, like crashed map, I forget what it's called though, that I absolutely hate. A lot of other people hate that map as well, but at maps like Hijacked, Raid, Nuketown of course, and what's the other map, Standoff, that's a very good map. There's some amazing maps in that game that really make it stand out, not only in the colours of the maps, also how the maps play, the size of the maps, everything in that game is just so fucking well balanced when it comes to maps in the game. And in my opinion, I think that's a big part of what actually makes the game, at least for me. Now stepping away from aesthetics, I think the design of the map, of course, is a very important thing. Now, I'm not very good when it comes to trying to describe what I like in a map. When it comes to the design and how the map plays, it's kind of hard to describe. I just like a map that is good. It feels good, it flows good, it just plays good, and it's hard to describe that, but I like a map that flows in the way that you get into frequent enough gunfights, but not too frequently to the point where it kind of ruins the whole experience, like you're getting shot in the back and different things a lot. This is a very important thing, of course, when it comes to mapping the spawns and getting the map design just right. When it comes to maps in like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2, some of my favorite CODs, I think their map sizes are pretty good. They're nice, small maps, they're not too big, they're not too small, at least most of them anyway, and they just kind of flow and play well. And personally, I really just love the way the maps flow in like Black Ops 2 and different things. As I said, they just flow very well. They just have a really nice flow to them. When it comes to making spawns in a game and when it comes to mapping out the spawns on a map, this is something crucially important when it comes to making a good game. This can else break or make the game for a lot of people, so it can. If you've got fucked up spawns and you've got bad map design and bad map flow, it can really fuck up the game, and a lot of people may end up quitting playing the game just because of something so simple like that. Now I want to refer to Standoff here in Black Ops 2. The gameplay you're actually probably seeing is Standoff. Standoff, in my opinion, is a map that has really good flow and a really good design to it. The way it flows is very unique. I really love the way this map flows though. The way you start off the game is either side you can also like run. Usually the main part is if you're starting on either side, you run up like through the middle where the house is kind of in the middle. You can run like out the front of that, and then there's kind of like a door on the room on the side. I'm probably doing a horrible job of describing this, so I'm not really going to try to describe what I'm trying to describe here, but yeah, overall what I'm trying to say is the way the map flows is very good. I just love the way it flows. It has a very unique flow to it, and it's not such as where you get shot in the back a whole lot. There is moments of course when you get shot in the back, generally else just because you're playing stupid, but most of the time the map flows fairly well, and I don't know, I just really like the way the map flows. It's very hard to describe, and I really don't know how to describe what makes a good map flow well, but in my opinion, I think Standoff and maps like Nuketown and Raid and different things like that, I'm referring a lot to Black Ops 2 maps. Of course, some Black Ops 3 maps like Hunted, I actually really like the flow of that map. There's another map in that game, Combine. Combine has a very interesting flow. There's a lot of like flanking and different things that that can happen on that map, but I really like the way that map flows as well. Generally, I will say Treyarch generally get the maps down pretty well, so they do. Definitely when it comes to games like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. I haven't played too much of Black Ops 1's multiplayer, but from what I have played, the maps seem pretty interesting as well. I actually quite like the way they flow. Anyway, that's kind of just what I want to talk about in today's video. I just kind of want to refer over maps a bit because, in my opinion, I think maps are a big thing and what makes a first-person shooter a good game. I'm referring a lot to Call of Duty here, and generally that is really the only first-person shooter franchise that I really know how to refer to, because that's a franchise I know a lot about. When it comes to games like Battlefield and different things, the maps are largely different in those games. They're so much bigger and so much more open, to the point where it's very hard to describe exactly how their maps flow and how to make a good map flow in that game. Overall, I think it's just a lot easier to compare it to Call of Duty, and hopefully I've done my best to try to describe what I think is a good map in Call of Duty specifically, or just in first-person shooters in general. It doesn't just relate to Call of Duty, even though it mostly does. It relates to other first-person shooters that can relate to Battlefield and different things. Of course, flow and color and different things like that of the map are extremely important to every first-person shooter. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.